beautiful, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my monthly review roundup. This is a series on YouTube where I come back once every month and I review pretty much everything that I hauled in the month before, just to keep myself accountable to actually try and review the things that I buy and get. I try to review everything that I buy. Sometimes I don't review things that I get in PR because I don't reach for them, or I don't end up trying them because, you know, sometimes not every PR item is exciting and sometimes I just end up never trying them. But I am gonna review quite a lot of things in this video and I hope you're interested. And if you haven't been here before, my name is Angie. Hello, I am a lover of fashion and makeup, especially colorful ones. Pretty colorful today. So if you want to see some more color on your timeline, if you want to see some brands that you might not see on every other channel, this is the place to be. Do subscribe because I upload several videos a week. So I do have quite a lot of things. I don't have like a fail. I feel good about that. I don't have anything this month where I'm like, guys, do not buy this. This is horrible. You know, I try a lot of makeup. I review a lot of makeup and there's always some things that I'm just like, ooh, I don't know about this one. And then there of course are some things that are just not my preference. And I think that the things that I have in the first basket, which are things that are, I guess all of these are nice. They're okay, but they're not like total favorites after trying them for a bit. Not that I dislike them, they're just not super exciting. And we're gonna try actually, and we're gonna start with this one. I always start with the bottom and then we go up to the top. This is the OPV Beauty Glisten Up Illuminating Spray. This is a spray that has like illuminating powder and you shake it and then you spray it on your face. I don't know if I think that this made any kind of difference. And also the sprayer, I've used this one quite a lot of times just to see if it's like, because the first time I used it, I got some droplets on my face. The second time I used it, I didn't get any of that. And I was like, oh, maybe that was just like a mistake. And then the more I use it, I noticed that sometimes I do get droplets on my face and sometimes I don't. And I also don't, like this shimmery part, it doesn't do any kind of noticeable change or difference on my skin. So there are better sprays out there. I actually like OPV Beauty is owned by Colourpop. I usually do really like Colourpop's products, but all of their setting sprays that I've used haven't been total hits. Let's just put it like that. So this is the one that I'm gonna put in the bottom, and the next one I'm gonna put in the bottom is the cream eyeshadow that I bought from Kiko Milano. This is in Lost in Amalfi Metal Chrome eyeshadow. I got mine in 03 Gleaming Copper Rose. And I'm only putting this here because the more I looked at this and the more I used it and the more I swatched it, I was like, there's nothing really special about this that a normal powder shadow couldn't do. And that's the thing. If I'm gonna dabble into liquid things, I'm gonna dabble into cream or stuff that requires me to use a different technique, I want them to bring something, an extra sheen, something duochrome, an extra sparkle, because sometimes like loose pigments can bring you shades or finishes that you can't do with pressed shadows. And that's the same with cream. If this one had had a very super sparkly finish to it, I feel like I would have been more impressed, but as it is right now, it is just a very, this is a one and done eyeshadow look. Listen, if you're the person you want to dip your finger, you want to put it on your lid and do mascara, honestly, this could be for you. This could be for you. I'm gonna give this to my mom. She's that person. But if you're the person that only uses creams when you want to add something extra, I don't recommend this because I don't think they're extra at all, honestly. The next thing I am gonna mention is the taupe palette by Nyqvist, and this is my preference. First of all, I don't do all neutral looks, almost never, and second of all, I feel like if I'm gonna do neutrals, they have a mini that's called the chocolates. It's so yummy and dark and sultry, and that's what I want. If I'm gonna go neutrals, I want to be able to go sultry. If I'm gonna go light, I usually go pastel. This one is just too light to be appealing to me as a neutral palette. If you like cool tones, if you don't like dramatic looks, again, if you want to have a one and done easy eyeshadow palette that you can use, maybe you're working somewhere where you can't have dramatic makeup and you want to have something easy, this could be for you. It's very affordable. It's not what I'm looking for myself. I'm gonna keep it because I do tend to review every Nyqvist release that comes out, so I'm gonna keep it for reference. But it's not my favorite, and if you like the same kind of color as me, you don't need to buy this one. it's not my makeup aesthetics. I did buy this myself, but I am affiliated with Nyqvist, so you can use my code Angelica. I always have my codes down below if you want to save 10% when ordering from Nyqvist. The next thing I am gonna put here, and this is only because I don't use stuff like this, but I did like the quality. And this is the Pixie by Petra. I've actually used this a bit. This is the Summer Glow palette in Sheer Sunshine. Sheer Sunshine. It's so hard to say. This is an all-in-one cheek and like eye palette. I really like, this is pigmented, like this is like a satin brown, and this is meant to be either, this is beautiful, this one I want to use. See, this is the thing, I like the shades, but I never reach for like I never reach for face palette, and you know this from before. But if you're the kind of person, again, that want an all-in-one, and if you are a fair to a light medium, maybe even a medium can get away with this, because these two do go a bit darker on the skin. I would say if you're a fair to medium and you like a neutral thing and you like an all-in-one palette, because I can use this as a bronzer, blush and highlight, and I could probably use it as eyeshadow as well. I did like the quality, but I don't use these kind of things on my eyes, and I also never reached for my face palettes. I will say though that I like this would be amazing as a bronzer. So ooh, I wish that this was a duo. I did get the new face palettes. I have one from before. I'll probably include some of them in an upcoming giveaway. I'm gonna have a giveaway for holidays. I usually always have that when I have my like vlogmas kind of a thing, or I don't call it vlogmas, I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Give me suggestions. What should I call it? Should I call it Happy Clownmas? Is that gonna scare people off? Let me know, what should I call it? But I have some other palettes from Pixie that I might include. I will say I like the quality of this, and if this is something that looks appealing to you, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I just don't go for this kind of makeup aesthetics, which is just a shame because I liked how my skin looked when I used it. The next thing I'm gonna mention, and this is again, I feel bad, I don't dislike this. I actually like this. I think this is cute. I have played with it a lot. I'm gonna play with it more, but this is the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. This is a nice palette. I don't dislike this in any way, shape or form, except that I didn't like the third eye shade down here. I didn't think that it's the kind of a shade that I want in a palette. I think it emphasized the structure that I have on my mature lid when I used it, and I know others say that they really like it, so I think it's just a matter of preference. I liked all of the shades. I usually myself go for something a bit more poppy, but I'm happy I reviewed it because it is beautiful. If you were looking for that duochrome, almost multi-chrome, iridescent, interesting, super shiny, fun, glittery eyeshadow formula, and you don't want to go for indie brands, you want to be able to go into store and buy something, I would 100% recommend this. I kind of wish that they didn't include, I can understand why they included these 3 mattes and this satin at the end, but in a way I kind of wish they didn't, because it would have been probably better if they just did an 8-pan with these, or if this one would be like a darker matte plum. But that's just, again, my preference. If you want to see all of these things, I'm pretty sure, let me think, I'm pretty sure that I've used all of these things that I'm going to talk about today in videos, so I will link the corresponding videos down below. If you want to see some swatches and you want to see an eyeshadow look, I have that, and I will link it down below in case you're interested. I do think that for the right person, this will be an amazing palette. If you, like me, already have a lot of indie singles or indie palettes, you probably won't be that impressed by this formula, because for me, I have seen this before, but better. Like Cleona does it better, Jade Glow does it better, even though I don't have any of the shades left. Divina does it better. Like, there are so many brands that does this kind of a thing, but just amped up a bit more, and that's just what I'm looking for. But I think that this is probably one of the best Urban Decay, like this is one of the best Urban Decay palettes I've ever tried, so I don't think it's a miss. It's just that for me it doesn't fill a gap in my collection. I hope that this makes sense. The next thing I'm gonna mention is the Garden Variety. I've actually used this more times than I reached for this quite a few times actually. I have a video where I use a couple of these things for the first time. I think like this one as well. To be fair, it might be this, I'm not even sure, but there's a couple of things that I'm using in a first impression video, and I'm using this. So if you want to see a look with the Garden Variety palette by Colourpop, I did get sent some of this collection as PR. I would suggest you to check out that video. I think that this is, if you like this color scheme, a pinky purpley neutral palette with an olive green and a grass green, I think you would like this palette. It's a bit too tame for my preference. I want something more, but I do like that they put a purple matte in here. At least it's not just brown mattes. It's a nice palette, but I'm not blown away. I personally like the Colourpop quality. I like that there is a super sharp shadow here. It's a beautiful, like, glittery, peachy, really, really pretty. I like that they're including different textures in the palette. I like that it's less pressed glitters. So I like this palette, but it's not the kind of color story that I go for, but there's nothing wrong with it. The next thing I'm gonna mention, I like this. I mean, I'm even wearing it today, and that is the Kosas bronzer. Like, I'm wearing this bronzer today, but I'm not as blown away by this bronzer that like a lot of people are. I mean, it's nice, but it's definitely not life-changing. I got mine in medium. I did have a little bit of self-tanner on today, so this really fit me today. The smell is atrocious. It smells like old cooking oil. I said in my videos where I use this, it smells like old French fries. It does smell like old French fries. I used to work in the restaurant business for 10 years. I know this smell. So, I mean, this is filled with a lot of oils. It's very emollient. It has like a slippy finish. It doesn't break me out. Like, I've used this quite a lot and I haven't gotten any kind of breakout in that area. If you are sensitive to oils on your skin, this probably isn't for you. It's a nice bronzer, but I'm not blown away, and the smell is a lot. For me, makeup is an experience. I don't use makeup to be pretty. I use makeup because it's fun to use makeup, and this smell, it is taking away a bit of the fun, not gonna lie. It's a lot. The next I'm gonna mention all of these three as one, and that is the mini palettes by Oden's Eye. I like these. Let me put the basket on the floor. But I don't think they're a smash hit. I like the colors in here. I've used all three of them, but I've only filmed one, and that is with this one, because this one is my favorite still. And this is the purpley one. This one is called Elva 2 Mini Sky Palette. I do have a video again with this whole collection. I will link it down below. And I also have an Instagram tutorial with this one, and I will link that down below if you want to see this palette in action. This one, I think that my main issue with these is that I wish that they had more mattes, because I like mattes, but I like all the shadows. Like, these are nice shadows. I like the textures, I like the finishes. This is the green and brown one. It's called a mini forest. Well, it's turquoise, green and brown. It's nice, you can do a look, but I just wish that there were more mattes, because it's very shimmer heavy, and the big palette is as well. I'm gonna mention that in a bit. This is the mini ocean. Same here, it's a lot of shimmers, and for me, this would have been a smash hit if this had been like 50-50 shimmers and mattes, because that would have been one of those I'll take it on the go, because I love packing mini palettes. Like, where am I going in 2020? Who am I fooling? But you know, in the future, maybe 2031, but I love packing small palettes on the go. But with this one, I'd have to pack another one. And that's why I prefer some other small palettes that I'm going to show you in a bit. But I love this concept, and I don't mind this dual pan either, because these shades are not that different from each other, and they do look really good if you mix them as well. So I don't mind it that much. If it had been a white and a black, or a matte and a shimmer, that would have been a problem. But it's like a turquoise topper and a lavender purple topper. They're pretty together, and if you look at the video that I will link down below, you can see them swatched together. They're actually really pretty. The only ones that look like they are more different from each other is this, because this is like a plum metallic, and this is a duochrome, like a strong purple duochrome. Again, they become very pretty if you mix them together, but you can use this white on its own as an inner corner highlight. I really hope that they go further with this concept. I would love to see more smaller palettes from them, but maybe with more mattes, so they're actually more of a, for me, all-in-one. And I don't mind mixing and matching palettes, but I will say that I just wish that there was a couple of more dark mattes in this palette. This one has a dark brown that you can use as a matte. It has a bit of a golden glitter in it, but that doesn't bother me to use as a matte, and it also doesn't show that up that much on the eyes. But Other than that, it's lacking some depth. Maybe that's what I wanted to say. It's lacking a bit of depth, but I really like the shimmers that are in there. They're pretty. Let's go into the next basket. Now we're coming into some products that I have really enjoyed. These are really good products that I've been reaching for a lot, and the only reason why these aren't in the absolute top is because the ones in the absolute top, there's actually quite a lot of products in the more cheek category that's like overall this month. I bought a lot of cheek products last month, so oopsie. But the first thing I wanted to mention is the Sigma Infinity Point lipsticks. I have tried the Deja Vu and the Ecstasy. I think I have worn both of these in videos. Look at how cute these are. They're very nice. This is a magnet lid, and they are like look at that. And then the red one, the Ecstasy, I wore this in the Sigma Stephanie Lang video. I haven't hauled that palette yet, if you're wondering where that one is. These are nice, creamy, beautiful. Unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, only 4 colors. Why are there only 4 colors? I don't know. I really hope they come up with more colors. I like the Deja Vu. It's a bit of a MAC Modesty vibe. It's like a neutral with a bit of a pink undertone. I like them, but none of these colors are perfect, but it's a nice creamy lipstick if that is something that you're looking for. The next thing I wanted to mention is the Kiko Milano Rossetto lipstick in 03. This is also from Lost in the Amalfi collection, and this is an orange. You know I love an orange lip. Orange lips is life. This one went on. This one is so creamy. If you watch the video where I tried this collection, there's a lot of Kiko coming up in a bit. I did use all of the new Kiko products, and when I used this lip, it just glided on. It was crazy. It just really beautiful. This went on like a satin, and I said like, oh, it's a satin, and then it dried down as a matte. I would have preferred if it had stayed a satin because it looked so beautiful when it was a satin. It does dry down as a matte, and that's the only reason why this is not like top, because I would have preferred if this was indeed a satin. Then we have the Pixie by Petra. This is the Lip Lift, I think. Lip Lift Max, and this is in Sweet Nectar. What video did I use this in? I don't remember. I wore this in something. Oh, I wore this in one of the looks with the Be Perfect Stacey Marie MUA palette. This is a beautiful... it's very minty. If you don't like minty glosses, you will not like this. If you love minty glosses, this is wonderful. And I love the color. It's like a sheer corally pink. This is a beautiful gloss. Beautiful gloss. I really like this. Honestly, I like this a lot. This is a really nice gloss. I like this. The next thing that I really like is actually the cream bronzers by Fenty. I got sent these by my friend Hannah-Louise Poston. If you haven't seen the live that we did where we talked about our shopping habits and how our shopping habits have changed, that live is live on my channel. That live is live on my channel. That live is still on my channel, and you can check it back if you want to on the replay. She sent me these 2 blushes. It is in Rosé Latte, which is this like neutrally plummy color, and then it is the Fuego Flush. I have a video where I applied this Fuego Flush on my cheeks for the first time. These are delightful. This is the kind of formula that I can actually go in with my finger. I can dab it on and just with my finger get them to look nice, and I can layer them as well. Like this formula a lot. It doesn't break up or move my foundation. It's creamy but not too oily or greasy. I have really been enjoying this, and on me the Fuego Flush looks really good. It works with my skin tone. So this has been a hit for me. I've really been enjoying them. I've also been enjoying these and then layering them with like one of those blush highlighter hybrids. It's been really pretty. So this has been a hit for me. I've really been enjoying them. Another thing that I've really been enjoying, and I think the only reason why this isn't higher on top, is because this is again a palette, and I don't know how much I will reach for this. I love these 2 shades. I love Gnome and Salamander. They are fantastic, so beautiful. This is more of a glittery, like glitter topper highlighter. I love those. They make your cheeks look wet. Maybe I can use it and just show you. These 2, this is a more blue, and it's super beautiful. It's gonna be amazing as an inner corner highlight, or if you love a blue highlighter. And then is Sylph's, that is like a violet duochrome highlighter. I don't use highlighters like that, so I wish the other two were just like a duo. Let me see if I can... do you see, like, it just makes your cheekbones look wet. It's so pretty to just put on the absolute tops like that, to just have like that, like super intense. I really like that. But I don't know how much I will be reaching for this in a palette form. How hard is this to depot? Well, it doesn't look that easy. Kinda wish, and I didn't like the other highlighter palette that they have. It wasn't for me. I thought it was too much fallout. This one has a bit more binder to it, and I prefer that. I like these two a lot, and I've been using them a lot. I just don't know how much I'm gonna reach for this, knowing that I don't like these as much. It's a shame, because like this like wet thing is actually something that I've been enjoying a lot, and I'm gonna talk a bit about a similar formula in a bit. Another thing that I've been really enjoying is the this is also Kiko Milano Lost in Amalfi Jelly Highlighter. I got it in #1 Ray of Light. You see that it's like escaping from the jar. This is more of a liquidy jelly highlighter. Again, in the video you can see me applying this. This is beautiful on its own. I can use just my normal highlighter brush. This is the Sigma F01 High Cheekbone Highlighter. Or I can use my fingers, or I can use a sponge. I can layer this with a powder on top, or I can skip it and it dries down. Beautiful formula. I have yet not mixed this with my foundations. I'm so sorry. I will do that, and I will update you in the future if I really end up loving that. But as a highlighter, really been enjoying it. It looks beautiful on the skin, not glittery, unlike this one. But this one isn't glittery at all. Another thing, I have really been enjoying this, and I've been using this a bit, and the only reason why this isn't at the absolute top is that I don't know if I love this more. Oh, let me show you. If I love this more than I love my NYX High Glass finishing powder. This is the High Glass finishing powder in medium. As you can see, major pan in this one. This is the one I'm wearing today. This is the Ambient Lighting Infinity Powder. This is the one that only came in one shade for some weird reason. I think I'm gonna take a little break from Hourglass until they like figure that out, because I feel like I'm over it. I'm not gonna buy their holiday collection. I'm just like, you had your time now. Figure it out. Figure this shade thing out. I feel it's... This is just me talking. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not telling anyone what they should be doing. But I think I'm gonna take just a little bit of a break until they figure that out. It's beautiful on the skin, but it's not more beautiful than this. So if you... Like, this is a more bougie packaging. Of course, it's also a lot more expensive. But if you don't care about that, if you just want the finish, the NYX High Glass Finishing Powder, it's not that much of a difference. I'm just saying. Okay, I have so many really nice products left, and I'm so excited. The first thing I'm gonna mention is the big Elva palette. This is Elva 2 eyeshadow palette, and oh my god, the packaging is so beautiful. Again, I have a full swatching video of me using this on my channel. This is what it looks like. I think, and this is just me, you know what I like? I like deep mattes. I don't mind 2 glitters. I would have preferred if we removed the glitters and got 2 like deep mattes. I understand that this is more of a fun, playful, like colorful, lighter collection, and it's totally okay to have that vibe. But I will say that the 3 darkest shades are shimmers down here. I did do a look that I loved so much. I love mixing a bright blue like this with a bright green like this, and I did that look, and I still, when I see the picture, I'm like, oh, I need to do something similar again, because I love that so much. So I don't think it's impossible to do something like that, but me personally, I like when the darkest shade in a palette is a matte. So and also I'm not the biggest fan of glitters. Like, I don't mind if there's 1 or 2 glitters in here. I use them from time to time, but personally I could be without them. So if I could take the 2 glitters out and get in a dark plum and like an even darker blue matte than this, I would be all about that live. Or even to get this one out and get like a matte red or a matte like darker color than this. But this is just me, this is just my preference. I didn't dislike this palette at all. I had a lot of fun playing with it, but I will say that the times that I played with it after I did the first impression, I have used this one together with other mattes, and maybe that's that's okay for most of you to mix and match palettes, but I know also a lot of people out there want to use just one palette when you do it. I don't mind mixing and matching palettes. This is just my preference, saying that I wish that this one had some darker mattes. Just like I said with the other ones. They were doing a lighter collection, which is fine. At least it's colorful. But just my preference, I love when it's a bit darker. The next thing I'm gonna mention is actually something that I've had so much fun working with, and the only reason why this isn't, like, let's be honest, up top 3 is because it's so big, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I don't know if I'm ever gonna reach for this again because of the size. Where am I putting this? This is like a tabletop on its own. Put some legs on it and I can use this to store makeup on. It's a shame. If this was broken into smaller palettes, I know that I would have reached for this so much more. If I can get this as a 9 pan, if I can get this as a 9 pan, even if I can get this as a 9 pan, it's just so much. And I know that this is a dream for a lot of people, and this is nice quality, and I have had a lot of fun. I have a 1 palette 5 looks with this. I will link it down below. I also have a first impression, so you have 6 looks with this palette live on my channel. It's great quality, and if you're the kind of person that loves big palettes that has everything, just so many options, this could be for you, because there's nothing wrong with the quality. It's a lovely palette. It's just too big. But this, at least trying this palette, has led me to know, because I'm also going to mention the highlighters in a bit, I haven't mentioned those yet, it's led me to realize that I like the Be Perfect quality. I like their products, and I am not afraid to try more things from them in the future. I'm just gonna make sure that when I do, I try things that are more 100% my aesthetics. It's bright, it's fun, it's wonderful, but I don't know how much I'm gonna reach for it. It's beautiful though. I like it. There's nothing wrong with the quality, really. If you were waiting for me to say whether or not this is good quality, this is me saying the quality is wonderful. It's just so big. That's what she said. This is the bronzer from the Lost in Amalfi Bronzer and Highlighter Duo in Sunkissed. This is also from Kiko. You can see that this is very well used. I've been using this a lot. I use my brush and I just go in all over the pan. I mix the highlighter with the bronzer. That gives me the same kind of a bronzy glow as the other one from the baked one from, and you know, the one I talked about before. It gives me the same glow, but without the smell, because this one doesn't have any scent to it, and I prefer that. And also this packaging is so pretty with the like metallic blue and this mosaic like pattern. It's stunning. I also think that this is more affordable. So for me, I like this one more. But the thing that I like even more, and I'm also almost a bit surprised at how much I've been using this, is this Lost in Amalfi Baked Blush. This is in Morning Kiss. I thought that this was going to be more orange, but it's more of a corally pink. But this has the most beautiful glow. It's actually the one I had on my cheeks before I put even more highlighter on, because this is the one I'm wearing today. It's stunning. It's so beautiful. The smell is a bit overwhelming though. It is a strong florally scent, so if you do not like scented makeup, this isn't for you. I don't feel it, or like I don't smell it throughout the day. I just smell it when I'm opening the compact and when just the second that I'm applying it. But I'm not sensitive to scents either, so I shouldn't be here telling you, but this is scented. This one is not, but this one is, just so you know. But this finish is beautiful. A lovely, glowy The next thing I'm gonna mention is actually the 2 new palettes by Kaleidos. This is Futurism, wait, Roman numbers. Futurism 5 Sashimi City, and then it's Futurism 6 Lunar Lavender. Okay, so this is the first one. Woo! I will say that quality-wise, I probably think that this Sashimi City is slightly better than the Lunar Lavender, and it's only because I know this whole collection, these 2 palettes, was Kaleidos' take on neutrals. So even this Lunar Lavender was meant to be more of a neutral take, with incorporating a bit of a pastel color without going too bright, because some of their palettes before have been very, very bright, and you probably know this. So this one, again, I have a video swatching these and doing some looks. I also have I wonder if that is live. I filmed an Instagram tutorial with this one where I did just an easy out the door everyday look, no lashes. I don't know if that is live, but as soon as it goes live, I will link it down below, or just follow me on Instagram to see if it's up. This one has 4 mattes, 2 more lavender purples. This one is very pastel-y, so this one isn't 100% opaque, and this one isn't really either. It has that pastel hue to it. These are so nice. They're like plummy browns. I actually did a look. When was that? Oh, me and Ricardo went to Stockholm. I did like an everyday like plum smoky on the top, and then I did these 2 mattes on the bottom, a full matte look, and I got compliments when I was at Sephora. I was like, thank you. So you can do something like that as well. And then it's these 2 duochrome shades. The shimmers are so lovely. But yeah, the 2 purples in this one, they are a bit not 100% opaque. Just letting you know. Then it is the Sashimi City, which is sushi themed. It has 2 matte browns, one that is more like a reddish tone and one that's more like a neutral. This like salmony pink matte thing, and then this like dark vanilla yellowish beige matte. And then 2 duochrome shimmers, one that is a gold to a pink and one that is like a almost golden vanilla to like almost a greeny sheen. They're these are very spectacular shimmers. I think that this is a very interesting palette, and then if you're like me and you just want a dose of neutrals, maybe this could be for you. Those 2 shimmers are truly pretty. Again, if you want to see swatches, I will leave the video down below. I actually think that the hero of this collection was actually the contour palettes. I'll come to that. The next thing I want to mention is the Mauves by Juvia's Place. This is the other 6-pan palette. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I think that this is probably the best all-in-one look palette that they have done out of these 6 pans, because this one goes from mid-tone to dark and then one of these lighter shimmers. The only thing that you might be missing depending on your skin tone would be an inner corner highlight, but you can always use your face highlight. There's an inner corner highlight if you miss that. Great quality. Again, this is a duochrome. I don't know if you can see. I will leave the video down below with the swatches. Really enjoyed this. I think this is a beautiful product. The next thing I want to mention is actually I am surprised at how much I love the lip oils from Colourpop. They're nice. They're so nice. This is the Luxe lip oil, and last month, if you don't remember, I kind of bashed the lip oils, or the Luxe lip glosses and the Luxe liquid lipsticks. I didn't like them. I don't think that those are nice. But the lip oil, wonderful. It like smoothens your lips and makes them look wrinkle-free. So pretty. It's so comfortable. I'm not wearing it today, so I don't know why I'm doing that, but it's so comfortable and juicy and wonderful. Really have been enjoying this, and I've been using quite a lot. I don't know if you can see, you can't, but it's like down there. Like I can see how much I've used. So if I order from Colourpop, I will most definitely buy another one. This one is more like a peachy, reddish color, and I will buy one that's more brown because that's more my taste. Really enjoy this. If you like lip oils or if you like lip glosses, try this one if you make an order from Colourpop. It's actually really good. Next, I'm going to mention this Sweet Pinks by Juvia's. I'm actually wearing this today. I will link a couple of things that I'm wearing today. I didn't film this look. I was just trying out some new things. I will link it down below in case you're interested. This is just, if you want a pop of pink in your life, this is the one. I am wearing this pink and this pink on my lower lash line. I have been really enjoying the bright fuchsia pink on my lower lash line. These shimmery pinks and these, like, this is the perfect pop of pink. Maybe you want to do an all pink bright look. Imagine this is just a very bright around the eye look. Black eyeliner, lots of mascara, a glossy lip. You're ready for adventure. Or this one together with like smoky chocolates and just having this as an accent color. Buying something like this is affordable. Buying something like this to inject a bit of pop into your collection, I mean, that is smart. If you're craving color but you don't want to get the big Be Perfect palette, you don't want to invest that much money, and you like pinks, love this. I really love this one. I think this is so beautiful. I'm so happy that I own this one. Oh, and this one, the one I have on my lower lash line, it's so pretty. So yeah, this is my favorite of the 3 new ones that they released. I think they are I think they're stunning. And that was number 3. That was number 3 because this is number 2. This is the Kaleidos Charisma Contour Palette. I've got mine in warm and medium. This is so pretty. I've been using this so much. I've been using this almost like these two. These are the two I've been using so much, and that's why I had to use that, what is it called? I keep forgetting. This Kosas one, I had to use this Kosas one today because I was like, wait, I need to use it one more time before I review it so that I actually know that this is how I feel about it. So I've been using this so much. I used to love like matte highlighters like this so much, and I also used to use a lot of contour shades just under my cheekbone, and this little just all-in-one palette made me remember how much I used to love that. And this is the thing, I don't want a full contour palette. I just want this. I just want a 3-0. I really hope that they come out with more shades. They do have a fair and cool and a deep and warm. I really hope that they will come out with more shades in this because I have really been in love with this one. I think it's so nice, and it's like a sturdy, nice, soft touch packaging. It does have a mirror, and it also does come in the uni carton. It comes with some instructions if you're unsure of how to use it. I've been enjoying it a lot. This is my favorite product from the new collection. I think it's stunning. It's beautiful. Why am I sitting so much on the front? Because I want to be like, I feel like I'm disappearing out of frame. Okay. My favorite product, the product that I have used the most, the product that I have loved the most, and the product that I'm like, oh, I wish they had more shades, that is the new highlighters by Be Perfect. These are the Get Wet highlighters. This is in collaboration with Stacey Marie. This is part of that like Love Tahiti collection. I bought 2 of the shades and they are available at Beauty Bay now. I will link them down below. The thing is, I looked at the ones at Beauty Bay, and there's one that's really icy. I don't like really icy highlighters. And then there's one that's really pink, and I do like pink highlighters, but that also means that I have so many pink highlighters, and I have been using more gold highlighters actually lately. So I was like, now that I'm getting out of the pink highlighter phase, I don't think it's smart of me to buy another pink highlighter. So I really hope they will come out with more colors. This is the Soft Silk. This is the Soft Silk. This is my favorite. It looks a bit dark in the pan. It has a like, it is, first of all, it is a putty, a cream to powder putty highlighter. It has a bit of a sparkle to it. If you don't like a highlighter that has a bit of a sparkle to it, you're not gonna like this. This is a beautiful neutral gold. It looks so wet on the skin. It's so smooth. I can pick it up with a brush. I use these putty highlighters with one of these brushes that has a flat side, and I go in, I don't know how many times I've said this, I go in on the side, not with the bristles, I put it on the side. And then I put the brush on the side, again, not the bristles, the side, and then I rub it in. That's how you get a great result with these putty highlighters. You do need a brush that has a bit of a, not stiffness, but it's not like super flimsy, and you need something that is like flat on the side. That's how you get the blinding best result. This is my favorite color, but I also do like the other color, the one that's called Do You. I really hope that they come out with more colors. This is like a pinky, I don't know what to say. It's like a neutral, almost like a icy. This looks wet on the skin. This looks straight up wet on the skin. It is very pretty. This has a very see-through base. I like these highlighters so much. I really hope that they will come out with more colors than this. A peach, a brighter, more yellowy gold. There are so many options of things that they could do. A deeper, like a bronze, that would be so pretty too. So yeah, this formula, if you like a highlighter that looks like this, wet on the skin, these are stunning. Beautiful. Let me know which one are your favorite product from this month. Did you get anything that you are like, that is moving up the Holy Grail status? I would love to know about it. Did you try any of the things that I tried? Have you tried any of these? Let me know your thoughts. Oh, and did you try anything that's a fail? I didn't try any fails this month, but you never know. I also quickly want to mention, because I'm not doing a full review of these because I've only used them. I've used this once and I've used this twice. I am wearing the, oh my god, I need to put some on my pants. I am wearing the Millennial Pinks today. That is the gray and the pink that you're seeing up here. I've used this twice. I don't think that this is as good quality as the She's in Parties. She's in Parties is impeccable quality. This one is better than the 420, but there is a bit of, it's lacking some binders. It is a bit, not thin, but it's like powdery. It doesn't really want to stick to each other. You can build these two. These two are so pigmented, you can build that on anything, but these more like pinky mattes in the beginning, they're very, not sheer, but also not super opaque. They're a bit lackluster. I don't hate this palette. I think it's quite okay, but it's not as good as the She's in Parties, and I'm kind of hoping that the She's in Parties is the formula that they're sticking with, to be honest. But I like the tones. This Pink Noise is a beautiful, like, peachy, strong duochrome. I like it, but I don't love it. But I don't think it's as... If you also agree with me that the 420 was a mess and you are really, really loving this color story and you find it on sale, I don't think you're gonna hate it. It's not the same as the 420. Then the Smoke Sessions. The Smoke Sessions is wonderful, but it's very dark. If you are not a tan to a deep, you are gonna need something to have as a transition shade, because these are very pigmented and they are not that easy to sheer out without the transition shade. I use this palette together with this one. Come. I used this palette together with this one, so I used the green matte in this one here as a transition shade, and that worked out perfectly fine. Like, there was nothing wrong with me using that together with this. I got a really great look. And then I used the Sweet Tooth and the Blue Dream. The shimmers are a bit, they're a bit like tightly packed, a bit oily. They're probably going to be the best with your fingers. I have nails, so that is really hard for me. But I haven't used all of them. I've just swatched it a bit, and they're nice. They're nice, but you are gonna need to spray your brush if you don't want to have a lot of fallout, or use your finger. That is what I'm saying about the shimmers. If you don't like spraying your brush, if you don't like using your fingers, I don't think that these shimmers are gonna be your cup of tea. And if you also like doing a full look with the palette and not bringing in something else, and you're my skin tone or a couple of shades darker or a couple of shades lighter, you probably also you probably won't be able to do a look just with this one. Maybe you can use your bronzer though as a transition shade, but I needed to bring in another palette. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm just letting you know. I did like the mattes in this one though, and I like the mattes in this one better than I like the mattes in this one. Mini review of those two. I'm not ranking them. I'm actually thinking, now that I've gotten so many of the melt palettes, that maybe in the future I can do like a ranking all my melt palettes. Maybe in Black Friday I can pick up another, because I'm missing... You told me that I need Gemini. You told me that I need Gemini, and I'm listening. But tell me if you would like to see a ranking my melt palettes in the future. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you very soon in a new video. Bye!